some of this initiation have gone error. So, guys, that's the best starting, dude. The platform has warned me that something has gone wrong with me in my stream. So let's keep it later, dude. I think we're gonna fix it real fast. And okay, we're good. Wow, you guys like this soundtrack? It's a little bit late, I will say. Actually, not a one. Probably I fucking. Dude, bro, it's beyond my age, bro. I'm 27, dude. So this one is going to not really exist to in terms of my opinion, bro. All right. Fuck this one again. Can you fucking really be serious? Because I'm actually doing the voiceover. It's like not really me, dude. Because I have a strong male voice, dude. I have a strong male voice. Okay, now we're good. Next step, dude. Chinese social media platform. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna do something really easy. Easy to learn English, verbal speaking from me. Okay, this is my title, the mom put down. Oh, god dang, it's now 2 p.m. right now. Right time, dude. God damn, dude. This is really a problem, dude. I had to solve it. Straight 2 1. Okay, here we go, dude. Now we're good. Now we're fucking good, dude. I sent a message to my manager about, yeah, we have something going on that's far more important than this fucking bullshit work. But I don't know if he actually see the things. But actually, it doesn't matter, dude. Like where he's seen or not, bro. I'm going where I'm going, and I'm do whatever I want in terms of legal boundary. That's right. No, I think we're good. No, I think we're in perfect position, bro. Uh, it's just the fact that some copy, I've been copying a little bit recently because I've been through a lot. And yeah, dude, that's why I have delayed the live stream for some time. And let's fucking go right now, dude. And I will tell you, bro, it's this, bro. This is the stream that's gonna be very short, and as it happens in the stream, no, it happens. I do my best. I tried my best to make the stream longer, but as regular Chinese worker who has to report his boss, bro, like Elon Musk, reminding, oh goddamn, that every federal employee has to remind him of what he has done. This week, I gotta do the same thing. Why? Not because I'm Elon Musk employee, dude. I'm not a federal employee. I am actually in the private sector. And are we good, dude? Are we well good, bro? And at the start of the streaming, I had to show my real true appreciation for Raymond from Indonesia, bro. Hello from Indonesia, bro. I love you, bro. Cause like every time I do a stream, bro, you show up in the comment section and you drop a lot of comments, and that's really important, on YouTube. Me as Chinese, bro, like we in Asia, we in like Europe, we in like USA, dude, we have our own platforms where we speak Indonesian language, we speak Mandarin, which is my fucking expertise, bro. Like, if you change me to speak any Mandarin, bro, I am gonna destroy you. That's what it takes. Oh, I'm gonna destroy you, bro, because am perfect in Mandarin, despite the fact that. In Mandarin lessons, I actually was pretty low grade, bro. But I don't think it actually affects that. Being Chinese native, bro, like my Mandarin just smooth as hell, bro. So that's it, bro. And actually, today I prolonged my work session for half an hour. Why? Because I think this is the day that we fucking become our real selves. Why? Because I just moved into my new apartment, bro. I ain't living in with my father, bro. I live in the apartment that my mom told me that I should be in. And it's been a couple of days. It's been a couple of days of struggle, bro. My father has been always trying to control me, see me as one piece fucking slaves. But say we finally fucking made it, dude. I need my own apartment, and all we do is fucking slash and fucking be the real man that all of us are supposed to be, including women, because being 27 years old, bro, like I remember like in the last couple of years when I was still living with my father, and I was just so fucking hijacked by him himself, and I was just being like a little bit of a pussy, But I have the vision that one day I must be for myself in my own apartments that my mom left me. And today is that fucking day! Today is that fucking day, bro. So I'm just really happy, bro. And homie, like I got a lot of homies, bro. Like speaking of homies, bro, like Raven is homie, bro, because he wasn't like where when I was like, but like he really connected with me as a true fan, which I see as a friend, dude. Like, he really connected me when I did a live stream, and afterwards he watched it, he left comments. So Raven, bro, shout out to you, bro. You are a real brother. And today, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Is that correct? Monday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay, it's Thursday. Okay, it's my bad. I got it wrong, bro. I moved into this apartment, and before I moved into this apartment, things were quite insane, bro. Like I had to do my best to cope with my father that tried to just so I've been battling with this because like in the past I feel like my father, even though how he treated me in the past about my mom and me, I think like he's still a human, but I was wrong, bro. When my father like forcefully moving into the apartment that I grew up with, bro, I feel like that he's truly a demon. And I don't really want to speak about it, bro, because it's all about me being a person to my father and what he desired, what he wanted was me, okay, me, all right, I'm fine. But my mom being pussy to him when she even has the last stage of cancer. So I'm like, fuck you, man, dude. Like, fuck you. Because all the word that he spoke to my mom were some things that I was absolutely shocked. I don't really imagine man can be this evil because in the last stage of my mom's lifetime, dude, my father comes to knock on the door, try to steal my mom's capital, and he was just cursing my own mom, saying that you will die soon, you are dying very soon. I'm gonna get all of your things. So that makes me really mad because the reason I moved to this apartment right here, right now, bro, because I tell my mom, bro, like, mom, you cannot just continue to suffer yourself from that kind of abuse. And that is one thing my mom was struggling from. And I can understand it, bro. Now I can understand it because in traditional Chinese marriage partnership, like the women always rely on the man, but he also relies on one major factor that if this man a good man, okay? And my father proved himself to be the worst man that I have ever seen. So, after several police calls that I did for my mom when my father tried to like use a knife to strand my mom when my mom was in cancer, I was like, dude, fucking, that's it, dude. We're gonna move out. We're gonna move out to this apartment that my mom owns. And to be honest, my mom was actually not really serious about it, but I have my opinion, and I think my opinion really represents the mass majority of the outsider who's looking at the situation. And I said, we gotta get away from him because, like, being in late stage of cancer and have someone threatening you about your hard-earned capital is not something that's fucking making any sense. Okay, so mom moves me into this armor. Okay, mom moves me into this armor, and I was the one that was responsible to taking care of my mom. But honestly, dude, like I have a lot of regrets. I have a lot of fucking shame on me because like I didn't do myself the best I could do because I feel like since my mother was taking those medicines that were expensive to do, I don't. My mom's gonna be here for like forever. That's how I thought, bro. But since turned to be not that way, and my mom passed away in a moment, really, that I think is passed. My mom passed away in that moment. So in this department, and people have a tradition in this culture, thinking that like Asian kind of traditional costumes, thinking that it was not good. But I understood the situation. I knew that my father is an damaging factor that is gonna make my mom pass fast. So I moved respond to this apartment, and my mom was just in one room and I was in another room and was trying my best to take care of my mom. Do I have my boss? Guys, you see me like sometimes just for cheers. There's a reason. I feel like I can take care of my mom the best I can, because at that time, Drew, I was just constantly thinking that why we waited this long for my mom to bring to this apartment that separate us from my father, and I feel like this is shame. I'm ashamed about it as my mother's son, and for my mom, dude, because she's a traditional Chinese women. He just felt like it's embarrassing for me to pour it out, and he deleted all of her social media posts, and I was upset. But at this moment, I could understand why mom deleted the post, because it's Chinese culture, it's Chinese traditions that just force a person to like try to be decent in this kind of tradition. Okay, my father is a fucking scumbag in this fucking role. What he did, it was something that I think God cannot forgive him. Forgive, all right. Just when he was like when my mom was hopeful, he thinks my father changed, and she was waiting for that my father would come to the hospital and send her dish that's made by my aunt. What she did was bring a knife and just fucking like throwing at my mom, cursing my mom, saying that, haha, you, you fucking curse. You're supposed to die, like stuff like that. Do you think, like as the son in this position, you can fucking tolerate that, bro? You can, bro. Because my mom raised me out. My mom raised me out good. I think she tried her best. I might be a scumbag, but at the end of the day, dude, like I think I'm trying to be a good person, not be the kind of person that the legacy of my mom, my father, left me with. So it actually shocked me. Like I just don't understand that how can a person that has a kid with you live with you for 20 years. When she was sick, you were just telling me, fuck you, go to death. So my father was extremely just unpredictable reprehensible, and I was one that stood out for my mom and tried to fight for her because he was trying to knock on the door of this apartment, and I'm just telling him, go fuck yourself, because now I'm big, now I'm mature, I'm strong, I can beat yourself easily without any question. And that's what I did, bro. But my father, and his perspective, he just lived in his own world. He I don't know, like he actually lost his mother young too. My grandma got cancer when she was just 56, 57, and we had to go through that. And my mom saw that my grandma was just the best person in the family to actually take care of him. But like my grandma's son, my father was just like absolutely incomprehensible. Because like Chinese family where your family is absolutely stuck in this Chinese tradition where like when they see women as vulnerable and it's easy to be exploited. I mean, like, we live in this society right now, dude. I am the product of my mom, you, and I'm just disappointing you because, like, I have tried down a lot of things in my life, going to the United States of America, all those things. And all those things were supported by my mom because my father was like ejecting me from the apartments, and my mom has control over, which means that I had the right to leave. My father ejected me out of the apartment, but by the time I didn't really understand the news, and I was just being like, okay, you reject me whatsoever I do. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm going to the United States of fucking America and fuck you, dude. Like, I'm gonna make more money than you. Just you 1 month work, way more money, and this thing came true. That's what happened. So my mom was like, kid, bro, kid, my son, you ain't supposed to be suffering. United States of America. Like it's money you send to us is generous, but like, okay, I want you back to be go back home. So actually, I gave up a lot of places to come back to see my mom, bro. And I think that's one thing that I made the right decision because not long after it, bro, like my mom got cancer. Cancer. And that's not something that is easy to cope with. And I was like, mom, like, I don't know why you got cancer so young. My mom was in her 45 years old. I don't think it make any sense, but I definitely think that my father is part of the reason, and I ain't gonna let it down. But what I can do at the moment is try to let my mom get the best surgeries that she can get, and try to stop cancer from overwhelming her. And I try my best. I could have done better. Now reflecting back on it, because I was just so filled with hatred from the father, because I know that my father did something that's just so nasty. I wouldn't want to even describe. It's just so that nasty. And I moved my mom to this apartment where she was not supposed to be surrounded by my father, because I'm in charge, bro. Dude is fucking in charge. Being an adult man, dude. And there's a couple times that my father's tried breaking, and I was on the doorstep, and I'm telling him to get the fuck out of here. So my father was following that instruction, because I'm big, I'm healthy, I'm strong. Although now I have an injury, bro, but at that time I was fully healthy. So I tell my father to fuck off, because I'm here. I'm here to protect my mom. And seeing that she said to my mom, bro, I think we're absolutely despicable and antagonist, bro. He was sending messages like, "I hope you die soon." And as a son, that I know that I only have one parent, which is my mom. And when I received that kind of message that my mom received, bro, I was furious. I was trying to go out of the door and beat my father's ass. But he is a real snake, and he escaped of it. So right now, dude, bro, I'm moving back to my own apartment, which is a liberation day for me. This is the freedom day for me, because actually, guys, if you know me well, bro, like my mom was struggling really hard, and at the time, I was not capable of dealing with it, and I was just like, okay, let the hospitals do whatever they can. But mom, I don't believe that you can pass away. Leave me alone. But at the end of the day, dude, there was this situation. So I was like, fuck, goddamn, dude. Like, what's the point of my life? What is the point of my life? And before my mom passed away, and when she was unconscious and trying to speak some words, she was speaking about me. She was saying that, "Where's my son, dude? Where's my fucking son?" And I was here for her, but at the timing, whatever I said, she couldn't listen because she was just unconscious. Last time of her life, she knew that she was a victim of my father, and I knew it too. I was already over 18, bro. I'm an adult. And that kind of last moment towards my mom, bro, like they will be forever reminding my lifetime forever. Because this women that gave me my life, dude, I was sorry I would be here. So, okay,
now the clickbait has probably, uh, attracted some clicks, but I don't really care at this moment. I just know that as a last month, bro, the hatred that my mom and me had for my father and the actions that he did was absolutely incontrovertibly nasty and unable to fucking defend it. So there was the time that I had before I became insane, bro. Yeah, there was time that I became insane, bro. Cause after my mom passed away, dude, I was trying my best to, you know, remain the legacy of my mom and try to remove the toxic parts that my father did. But I think I only did the second part, but the first part really was hard to do. It was so hard to do. So like on social media, I'm on YouTube right now, which is my mainstream most locking platform, bro. Because the people on YouTube know me a lot, bro. But like honestly, main platforms in China, bro. Like I just feel like I just don't want this privacy to leak out. But there have been a couple Chinese college friends is trying down to try my YouTube social media, so like they got what they want. Yeah, yeah, that's what I experienced. And one thing I want to ask from him is that, bro, like, is this what really want? Do you like the notion of privacy? If you know, bro, I think you're good. But if you don't know that, until this point, I think you have a huge, tremendous problem. So, yeah, that was my life until my mom passed away, dude. And, you know, in life, we have our moments that we could not forget. I think the basic component of this trajectory is one of your loved relatives pass away, whether it's your mom, father, or other relatives. And I think for me, one that really made impact on me was my mom passed away, and before she passed away, she said those words, because before before she passed away, she lost her consciousness, and I really didn't really expect that, but my mom lost her consciousness, and she was just saying something that the best she could. She was saying, "Where's my son? Where's my son?" And like I'm living in China, so like we're going through this one child policy, so I was only son there. Um, my mom had, and I think it is so precious for her. Although I'm not proud of myself, dude, but like I had to do my best to be the best son she could have ever imagined his last days. So I was like, yeah, I'm here, mom. I'm here, mom. Can you hear me? I was trying my best to let mom know that I was by her side and try my best to manage her. I say, as a human, when you are in the last stage of life, which all of us have to experience. I don't know if I'm not can hear my words, bro, because in that last moment, I was just grabbing my mom's hand and just touching my mom's face to say, Mom, I'm here. Mom, I'm here. You hear me? Because I don't want it to be gone. When you has not have heard of the voices that you want to hear. So I was 0, and on that night, I think it's hard to believe that my mom was so soon to her lives ending. But it happened, bro. It happened, my man, dude. So I was the only man just with my mom. But, I think the oldest what she care about the most, like her kid, fun than 1K classes that we have in China, bro. I really wish that I would have more brothers and sisters to be in that situation, that the mom will feel more comfortable in that situation. But that's the fact that we have to do with. And right now, my mom has passed away 2 years ago, and I'm still here trying to fight a life that I want to make my mom proud. And I think I'm trying my best, bro. Like, not for me, just for my mom, bro. And I had all those fucking negotiations with the boss about my payment salary, and it's so fucking nonsense. I would say at this moment, because like the boss gave me the reply that I would make you satisfied to be this position, and the probably sound like a good reply from your boss, bro. But for me, man, I feel like, bro, like I ain't settling for that. Like, if you do not fucking make sure of it right now, dude, I say you fucked up. Because I ain't like one of your traditional employees. I am here to fight, to combat, to overcome all those fucking struggles that my mom had. And I admire to my mom, and I feel like what she did was one was the best memories that I can look at you, but kill her clean that, like she fucking lost her trial. But for me, dude, my mom really did her best too, and I think I should have been more of a mature person in the last couple of days, because in the last couple of days when my uncle, my mother's brother saw her, it was like, days ain't gonna be too long. Like it is time for you to fucking pray for your mom and be prepared for the situation where she was gone. And I was incomprehensible for that situation. I saw my mom have more days to live, and unfortunately, what my uncle said was true. It was true, and I'm like, okay, alright, like, I got you adjust to whatever that I have faced. Like I had a father that was such a total scumbag. But at the end of the day, she married to my mom. He created my life with my mom, and I think there's something that I should respect. Also, my father is such a scumbag, and at the end of the day, dude, like I was like, fuck no, fuck no. My father is a scumbag. I ain't letting him in any of my mom's funeral procedure, but like my mom's family funeral convinced me that you gotta let him in, because he's the husband of your mom, and he and your mom created you, so I fucking let him in. And I didn't realize that after that, I would just indulge in such a victim mentality where I'm just totally lost. I'm like, what here, dude? My mom's gone, dude. The person that gave me my life is fucking gone. So what's the reason for me to be here? So I was quite nonchalant about my father, but I didn't realize that he has control of my life legally, because I lost my mind because how much I hated my father for the fact that he tries to piss off my mom when my mom was at her last stage in her life. So I had so much hatred in my mind and in my soul. So I just could not forgive my father for what she did. And that's ultimately built me to a character where I was just so insane for my mom passing away, and I was just like, okay, man, like you gotta charge. That's not my intention, but this is what happened. When you have your mom pass away and you're going fucking crazy for the hatred that's hiding behind you. I think there's no choice, bro, and I had no choice, so I went fucking crazy for a minute second. And please catch me and say the time is that I was not really being a human that's functioning normally in society. And later my aunt, which I love, bro, I love my aunts because I know how much of a scumbag that my father is. Because my father has done issue every person that's close to him, around him, even my aunt, who is his sister, and my aunt was like, hey, before my mom passed away, like I was cooking for her. I was trying to sing her good foods that you can pick up to send to her to listen to her life. But after mom passed away, she told me that, after I passed away, can you just do the duty for mother where you can take care of my son? That's more what my mom to my aunt. So she was trying to bring me to Shenzhen, and she was trying to bring me on travel. But after that era, I feel like I was just so handicapped that I couldn't do anything. But like still, my mom, after I got this job position, she was saying that she wants to take me to travel with her kid, her, and my father. But at that time, dude, I couldn't because I had this job and I couldn't go on the trip. So I never started my that I could do on this trip because like I know that she and my father, she and my mom. So what she's trying to do is try to watch out for her nephew and try her best to like do the things that she could do for my mom to try to lighten my pain and try to live him out, do good things for me. And I love my aunt, I love my aunt so much. By the middle of the time, my father being such a vicious person, he just saying so many lies, spreading so many lies across to my mom, my great uncle, and my aunt, saying that I'm a bad person. And I was so vulnerable back in the times that I was like, okay, yeah, he's said it was lies, but there's no fucking ways that I can fucking fight back. Cause that's how vulnerable I was. Because for him, it was easy work. She lost a woman there. He didn't care that he cursed a mom to die soon. But for me, bro, like it's just such a complex situation because I know, yeah, I had two parents, my mom, my dad. But at the end of the day, like, who is really my parents? Like, this an obvious answer, and I was like, "Fuck you, man! I don't want to have any connection with you." But for him, I think probably him being guilty. He felt that when I was going absolutely astronomical about who I am, dude. And thanks to the movies that okay, just movie actress, man. I forgot his sorry. My father was like, yeah, he's my son. He went crazy because he experienced some tough stuff, and now I'm calling him back. So after that, I was leaving my father's apartment which I decided to live in the first moment when I realized how he insane he was. So, but I was brought back to that situation, and I do think my aunt has a schedule for taking care of me because I'm absolutely heartbroken from the fact that my mom passed away. Because my mom, different from my father. My mom was cooking Chinese food that's full of nutrient to my mom, and I would pick it up and say to my mom. Also, not this was things that my mom could have got better nutrition, but like that's what all the Chinese understood, bro. And I see my aunt try her best, and it's not in his responsibility. So I admire my aunt for her endeavor to try to make my mom's last couple of months better. Because those Chinese food is something that's hard to order. Instead of fact that my aunt can cook it, so my mom cook it. My aunt's just delicate me to send to my mom, so I was happy about it, bro. But at the end of the day, if you're a cancer patient, you cannot survive your last chance. So my mother tried her best to click on that soup that she tried her best to hold on to, but like all those cancer patients, unfortunately, she passed away because there is nothing we can do. We are not rich. We cannot get those fucking expensive medicines from those doctors. And my mom just passed away, 2.5 years later. Which, for my mom, could be seen as a victory because all the doctors saw that, oh, your mom got this cancer and this level. Okay, she could not survive after 6 months. But due to my mom's willingness and my struggle to pay the medicine from downtown to be back here to send it to my mom, dude, I feel like that really made an impact. And my mom died 2.5 years later. And right now, I'm back to my apartment, which is such a beautiful thing because I went insane. I was insane. I went delusional for a period of time when my mom passed away, and my father was the one to taking charge of me. And I was like, okay, good, yeah. I know I was crazy, I was having those fantasies that my mom would be good. But at the end of the day, dude, it's because of you. Why would a young woman in her 40s just have cancers? It just doesn't make sense. So the fact that she has struggled so many disappointments in her life, which is coming from my father. My mom is not fighting for her life. She's fighting for my life. Because I always try my best, but my father was a handicap, and he really manipulate me to be students that was not so good to surpass the levels that I was supposed to go into, which is, high school, college, but I managed the fact that my mother told me that this is what I could have done, and she assured me of it, and I had done that, and to be honest with you, dude, I regret it. I regret it so much that I think that I could have spent that monsters with my mom instead of the fucking boring college, university classes where, I already had mastery over. And but my mom was like, but the school were like, yeah, you good, so you can just skip your classes and get your degree. Like the schools weren't like that, dude. Like I had to like stay in those stupid classes and get my fucking degree and be with my mom. And the last couple months is the mom was like, dude, I feel like I didn't do my best too, because in my mind I feel like my mom couldn't have be out of this world, because that's my mom. And I feel like that resonate with you, right? Because if your mom was alive, you feel like your mom was the best person in your life and she could never leave it. But like, I hardly experienced that feeling, and all I could have done is, trying best to stay calm and try to avoid my father from jumping into this process of my mom's funeral. And that's unfortunately what he did. He did it. And remembering the fact that he was cursing my mom to death, die soon, I was like, dude, this guy is my fucking number one enemy. And now here he was, bro. I kind of feel sentimental. I was like, yeah, this is a scumbag person, but probably he's hard, dude. Like he still has a hint of humanity, really zendy in him. So I was like, okay, cool. But later, I just hate my father so much for what he did in the last couple days. So that I been devotional for a couple of weeks, and I got called to the hospital, and then led the church to my father, where I see he was like a good parallel. He would say, "Hey, now you have this experience. I can't control you." Where I was like, why are you? I have my family. I thought at least you can be my family. But he wasn't doing something like it. So eventually I suffered so much. I decided to break out with him and move back to my own apartment. Now here we are, dude. Like we're back at our own apartment with my father, and I think that's a good thing. And I hope this thing continues. So I think now it's time for me to say, okay, let me time me. Okay, goodbye. Okay, I had to get back to my work, dude. So goodbye. I love you. I love you so much because since my mom passed away, dude, you guys have been my best family. And I love you so much. So if you're trying this social media, please just subscribe button, follow button, and same thing on YouTube, and I will be back with more content. I promise you. I fucking promise you, I'll be back with more content. That's it, dude. I got fucking wrap out this stream and go back to work, and hope you guys have a good time watching the stream. And after the stream, I'll be back quite soon. So I'll see you later. Have a good time. Peace out, Bill. Take it easy, my friend. Have a good time.